Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 636, I think. I think it's 636. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and welcome back to my beautiful tropical backyard where we will be chatting about yarn and being creative and being positive and all sorts of fun stuff. If you're joining me live, please say hello. If you end up watching the recorded version of the podcast, please also feel welcome to say hello. Hello, Naomi. Good morning. Hi, Sean and Trina. Kiranjeet and Grace, good morning. Hi, Melanie, Rita, Jill, Joe, Sharon. Can hear some birds this morning. Hi, Julie, Judy, Kim. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Carmen. I think I have fingerprints on my glasses. Hold on a second here. You know, it happens, especially because they're reading glasses. I find that I take them on and off all day to see things far away and then to see things that I have to read. So because I'm constantly taking them on and off, constantly having to clean them. Hi, Butterfly Kisses. Hi, Ramya. And I missed a few names. Hi, Melissa, Carmen, Carrie, Chris. Hi, Marie. Hi, Joyce and Judy, Val, Dana. Hi, everybody, and hi, Lisa. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 636, and we're live in Southwest Florida. I'm Kristin Omdahl, and we are live in my beautiful tropical backyard. I've been working on lots of projects since yesterday. I actually have a couple new projects to even show you. Lisa is asking what I'm wearing today. Good question, Lisa. I'm wearing the new romper. You know I love pantsuits and rompers, and I know that that stems back from my love of all things Charlie's Angels, but I found one on Amazon that I wanted to give a try to. They had it in two styles. One of them is with short sleeves and an oversized neck that you can wear off of one shoulder, and I thought being big busted that it might not be the best choice for me, so I went with the sleeveless tank top version, but maybe they're both cute. I don't know. I might end up trying the other one too, but I might wait till I lose a couple more pounds. This is size extra large. A couple of things, my favorite things about it are the hem. It has the elastic cuffed jogger cuffs on the pants, and I love it. It has pockets, but it has the kind of pockets that don't add bulk to your hips. So I absolutely love the pockets. Now, I think if I lost 5 pounds, this would blouse up a little more. I think it would look cuter if it bloused up a little more here. And I don't think that it's necessarily because of the length of the torso, because it is not pulling down here at all for me. It's just, I think the more your belly goes out, the more less stretch there is for other directions. It can only go in so many directions. So if I lost like 5 pounds of belly, I think it would blouse over more, which is what I would like. But honestly, as is, I think it's super cute just the way it is. It is incredibly comfortable. Now today I'm just wearing it with, basic flip-flops because I'm working from home and then going to the post office and nothing special. But I think you could totally dress this up with jewelry, with an elastic belt or some sort of a wide belt. I think you could dress this up for going out to lunch or even going out to dinner with the right shoes and the right kind of belt. I think that totally dresses it up. Matching your wearing high heels or sparkly sandals, jewelry. So I wanted to show you a couple of my personal belts. I would wear this belt if I was going to wear like wedge espadrilles, wedge sandals, and I would wear this shiny black belt if I was going to wear heels. And then, maybe a simpler belt if I was just going to wear sparkly sandals. But anyway, I think there are lots of ways to wear it. I think it looks really dressy with a belt and the right accessories, and maybe I could bring out shoes and bags and belts and stuff and really show you one day how I could pretend I'm going out and show you how I would dress it up. Because I think this is a canvas that can go anyway. It can be super casual for just being loungewear at home. It can look pulled together, feel like pajamas but not be pajamas to go out and run errands. But I think you could absolutely pull this together for an evening out to dinner or a lunch date. I think that you could really dress it up if you wanted to. It came in a couple of other colors, and like I said, it came with 2 different types of necklines too. And they all have the elastic waist with the drawstring. They all have these awesome pockets. Oh, I can't show you my phone going in the pocket because I'm using my phone. But you could, okay, here's my hand. It goes all the way down to there. So it's a deep pocket. It totally fits a phone. And as you can see, you know, I've shown you pockets before that drive me crazy because they add bulk to my hips. These lay completely flat. I mean, that is my hip. This is the pocket. The pocket's not adding any bulk at all. And that's a big deal to me because I love pockets, but I sure as heck don't wear pockets that make me look fatter than I am. I will not do that. So these are deep enough for a phone or your keys or whatever if you're running errands. Yeah, it's like I said, it's $28. Sometimes they do lightning deals on there too, but I am really, really happy with it overall. And it's thin t-shirt type material with a little stretch. So washing machine, dryer, no ironing. Perfect. Thank you to Judy for posting a link to it. I feel like this is a good find, so I'm happy. I'm happy to share good finds with you guys. Oh yeah, Joyce, in other colors would be great too. I know this one came in a few colors and a couple of prints. I like to start with one. And if you go to my Amazon shop, I found a pair of workout shorts the other day that I'm completely in love with too. I go for long bike rides and in Florida heat, and I don't like wearing leggings. I prefer to wear shorts when I do it. And I'm so in love now with leggings that have pockets on them and high-waisted that I went to Amazon and looked for a pair of biking shorts or workout shorts that had a cell phone pocket and high waist, and I got a pair, you guys. I've only bought one because I wanted to make sure I liked them first. They are so comfortable. They are so amazing. I mean, you could wear them with an oversized t-shirt anytime, not just when exercising. Judy just posted a link to those too. I just discovered them. They just arrived yesterday and I wore them all day. They actually feel kind of like Spanx because they suck you in too because of the high waist, and it's double fabric in the top portion, so it actually sucks you in a little bit. I felt skinnier just by wearing them, and the pocket on them was deeper than the cell phone pocket on the leggings that I wear. So not only does my phone, I have the big phone, I have the iPhone 11 Pro phone, so it goes all the way in the pocket with this much pocket above it. Because the problem I had with the leggings with the cell phone pocket is anytime I would exercise on the floor and lift my legs up or do any sort of heavy bending, my cell phone would pop out, like doing squats at the gym. My cell phone would pop out sometimes. So these shorts, there's no way your phone's popping out of there. And so, like I said, even if you're not looking to exercise in them, they just suck you in. They look super cute on. They have a super functional pocket on both legs, and I don't think they cost that much money either. They were like under $20. So something that works really, really well like that, that's a good deal in my opinion. Anyway, so those are my new finds. Oh, and I've gotten a lot of questions recently about shapewear because of how smooth everyone thinks I look underneath my fitted dresses. So I popped my favorite Spanx in my Amazon shop as well. And I have been wearing shapewear for many, many, many years. And I've been in love with Spanx the whole time. I've tried some other things thinking, oh, let me try something cheaper and see what I think. And at the end of the day, Spanx is still the best in my opinion. You get what you pay for. They're a little pricey, but I still have the original Spanx that I bought maybe 10 years ago, I still use. Now, do I wash it properly with delicate wash and hand wash and try to preserve the elastic as long as possible? Yes, absolutely. The more care you take in taking care of your delicates, the longer they last. And when I say delicates, delicates doesn't always just mean things that have a delicate texture to them. Elastic is actually a delicate texture too, which is why it's so important to hand wash bikinis, bras, lingerie, and shapewear, because it is the harshness of the detergents in traditional detergent, the harshness of the chemicals in traditional detergent that actually break away the elastic fibers as well, and the heat of the dryer. So like you may notice that your bras stretch out over time and things lose their shape over time. It's not because of, not always or necessarily because of poor construction. It's because of the breakdown of the fibers in harsh detergents. So having said that, my Spanx has been used with delicate wash and hand washed for 10 years, and it's still going strong. I started with a nude one, so that's the one I popped in my Amazon shop, because nude you can wear under anything. So if you're hesitant to make the investment and you don't want to buy black and nude, I feel like nude is the best first choice, because you can't see that it's nude under black, but you could certainly see that it's black under a white or light colored or sheer dress. So I think the safer bet to start with is nude, and then when you want to grow your collection, you could move into black or anything else. Yes, the romper is dual purpose for sure. I'm super, super happy with it. Somebody was just asking about this back here. This particular piece is called the Audra Poncho, and it is a brand new pattern on my website. It comes with 2 bonus patterns. You get the poncho. You also get this beach bag pattern that uses the same motif, and then you get a small bonus drawstring bag to go in it. I think it's over there. I could get it in a second. Yeah, so the whole pattern with the 2 bonus patterns is $1.99, and there is a playlist here on YouTube with tutorial videos for how to make the motifs and join them together. You can find that playlist here on YouTube, but you can also find it embedded in the pattern page as well. So next I want to show you some projects that I've been working on. I told you I was busy knitting and crocheting yesterday. Actually, I think I was busy knitting all day yesterday. So my proper sized sock knitting needle for magic loop 2 at a time, the US 1 in 40-inch circumference length or 100 centimeters arrived, and I started my pair of socks. This is in Be So Soulful, my sock yarn, which is bamboo blended with Serona fiber, which is the eco-friendly replacement to nylon. Nylon is traditionally put in sock yarns to give them extra durability for the friction of wearing socks, but it's petroleum based and so really bad for the environment. And Serona was created to be a replacement for nylon. It is super durable. It is also moisture wicking, which is fantastic for a sock yarn, and it's blended with bamboo to give you this super soft and cozy and squishy yarn. It's has all that squish factor that you love, and it makes beautiful socks that are great for year-round. And so I'm using the magic loop technique and literally making both of my socks at the same time. Isn't that great? After I make this pair to finalize the pattern, I will do some videos and a photo tutorial to really show you step by step how fun it can be to do magic loop. If you're interested in the knitting needles that I use Adi Turbo needles, which are super slick and fast, and I absolutely love them. And I've popped the 40-inch circulars in my Amazon shop if you want to take a look. I'm using number 1s, which is 2.5 millimeter for socks, and I also Serona's made from corn, Sherry. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Yes, instead of nylon is made from petroleum and Serona is made from corn. I will also be showing how to do magic loop knitting in one project, not 2, because it'll be a wonderful way to do hats as well. If you've had trouble working hats on 16-inch circulars, if you've had trouble working hats on double pointed needles, I want to do a whole bunch of stuff in the hopefully near future of showing you how to do things on magic loop instead, because I do think that it is a nice alternative or a nice option You know, sometimes I don't have a problem with double pointed needles, and I don't have a problem with small circulars, but I know that there's something for everyone out there, and the teacher in me would like to show a variety of ways to do things so that everybody has an option to try something new and see what works best for them. Diane wants to. Diane, I have lots of fingering weight yarn in my shop. This this is a number 2 sock weight yarn, but I have 4 number 1 fingering weight yarns in my shop. I have Be So Fine yarn, Be So Lush yarn, Be So Fine Silver Bling, and Be So Fine Gold Bling. Chris. Oh, Chris, you haven't learned Magic Loop either. Great. I'm so happy that so many people are interested in learning the technique. And I think not only do I want to do the video tutorials, but I think some photo tutorials showing every single step of getting started and how you turn those needles and where you turn and why, I think is going to be really important. Diana, is what sturdy enough to use for socks? Oh, you mean the number 1 fingering weight? I mean, I don't, well, they're bamboo and cotton, so it depends on if that's something you want to make socks with. I probably wouldn't make socks with the bling yarns. They have the silver thread in them. I don't think that that would be necessary for socks if you're going to wear them a lot. I would probably use something a little more durable. But bamboo and cotton would be fine for socks. Just depends on what you're looking for. I mean, if you like silk stockings and that sort of look and that type of a sock, then I think bamboo would be absolutely gorgeous for that type of look in socks. Wait and see if there's any more questions about that, and I will go back to showing you more stuff. I've got more stuff to show you today. All right, I don't see any more questions, so I'm going to show you the progress I've made on my Be So Sport. Oh no, I stopped in the middle of my row and forgot that I did. Ah, do you guys mind if I finish my row then? Let's finish this row and then I'll show. Well, okay, I can't show you till I finish my row. You know what, I was working a row when I realized it was time to start the podcast, so I set it down to hit start, and I meant to finish the row while I was waiting for everybody to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. So now I'm pressuring myself to finish a row in pattern like I did yesterday. Am I going to be lucky enough to do that without mistakes 2 days in a row? That really feels like I'm pushing it. Let's see. Because if I don't, then I can show you how I fix a mistake too. So no pressure. It's a 7-stitch repeat, and so I have to get it right, but I want to keep talking and answer questions and look up if I can. So we'll see. Looking good so far, and I've clearly gotten quite a bit of practice doing it, so it definitely gets easier when you have memorized a pattern. It makes it a little easier to talk, but I don't know, I made a couple of mistakes yesterday while talking, but I don't have a problem fixing mistakes either, which is why I'm trying to push it right now and see if I can come up with a mistake, because if I do, then I'll show you how I fix it. Because it's really hard to teach how to fix mistakes if you don't have them to begin with, right? So if you set up a swatch, you'd actually have to intentionally make a mistake, and for me, that doesn't feel authentic. I really think it would be better to show real mistakes. Although, I guess you could replicate a real mistake. Just kind of thinking out loud. All right, we're in the home stretch, and this is getting quite long. I still don't know if it's going to be a dress or a top though, which is both exciting and a little nerve-wracking because I haven't figured out the full design process until I know how long this is going to be for one ball for each the front and back. Am I going to want to dip into a third ball to do something more? I don't know. So there's so many things that are still undecided until I know how far I can get with the first ball of yarn. If I could make it like a short shift dress size, like the Lily Pulitzer dress that I wear a lot, if I could make it that length, I would be really happy. I think there's a lot of options, because then being a short shift dress, I could also belt it to make it a blousey top too, you know, like I do with the Sweet Clara top, but I would want it just a little longer than Sweet Clara, because that's not long enough as a dress. So this is how much yarn I have left of my first ball, and this is how much progress I've gotten with the one ball. So what I wanted to show you is, okay, I might have to back up just a little bit. Okay, so this is the neckline, and I'm thinking 1 to 2 inches along the side here will be the shoulder seam. So back myself up. So it'll be shoulder seam here, boat neck across the top, and then however long that ends up being when it's blocked. It's got a lot of stretch in here. This is nowhere, okay, that's probably, it might not pull it, I just need to make sure, okay, don't want to pull the stitches off the other side to show you. So you can see we're probably close to mid-thigh, close to high thigh, not mid-thigh. So the other thing that I was thinking, if it ends up being just shy of dress length, how terrible would it be to wear a white slip dress underneath it and just let the slip dress be a little longer? I don't think so. So I'm going to finish off the one piece, probably put it on a lifeline to take it off the knitting needle to block it once I finish this ball, because I really want the option of being able to make it I think we're going to go into 3 balls. I really want it to be the right length, because I want to put a nice heavy border of garter stitch on the bottom, you know, not in the lace. I want to do a heavier border on the bottom too. Yeah, 3 balls would just be perfect, wouldn't it? Because to get it to mid-thigh is actually where I think it would look like $1,000,000. And then, you know, if you want it shorter, you know, when you're doing something top down, you always have the option of making it shorter. But I really would like to make this the type of dress that I have envisioned in my head right now. And then, you know, those slip dresses that I bought on Amazon, the shorter ones, I want to wear this over a white slip dress. I mean, I have a nude one too. It might be pretty over the nude as well, but I don't know. We'll try it on with both and see which ones we like, right? But I absolutely love it. It's just one of those simple, classic, summery shift dresses that has a high boat neckline, simple little straps, and then goes out into an A-line. Very class, kind of a 60s vibe to it, but it's going to be so pretty. The stitch pattern is so pretty. Does anybody have any questions about that? Oh, this is Be So Sporty Bling Silver in colorway Caribbean Turquoise. That's my second ball. That's what I'll be working the back on. Okay, so I showed you the socks. I showed you the dress that I'm working on. Showed you earrings the other day. I haven't really worked on the earrings. I really feel like I'm missing something about my theme. So it's kind of a little back burner for the moment. It's coming back because I really am desperately excited, not desperately, I'm just really excited about having new crochet earrings to wear. I want some bright, bold earrings, so I think these coral ones are going to be fabulous, but I don't want to just make 1 pair of earrings. I want to make 5 pairs of earrings and put the 5 pair in a new pattern. So, oh my God, I'm so excited about these already. Isn't that volume and that movement just great? Super duper cute. So that will be one of the patterns in the earring pattern collection, but I want to put 5 different patterns all in the same PDF for $1.99. Keep it a nice, fantastic value. So because I went with like a coral theme, you know, not just the color, but the texture of the underwater thing, I'm feeling maybe I should go with an underwater theme, but then I'm feeling like that's a little cheesy. So I keep going back and forth in my mind, not sure what to do about that. Oh my gosh, we're going to run out of time to do hairpin lace today, which is fine because I didn't really set up as much of it as I wanted to, but we can finish the broomstick lace that we started yesterday. So let me grab the camera and see if I can bend it down here. How does that look? Does that look pretty good? Is that a pretty good angle for the broomstick? So yesterday I was showing you lots of different techniques because I've been getting lots of requests for how to replicate this elongated drop stitch that I'm doing in knitting, how to do something like that in crochet. And so yesterday I started with Tunisian double crochet, which definitely gives you a similar look to the drop stitch here. I feel like that's the closest we got in all of the things that we did yesterday. And then after that, I did a band of single crochet to show you that you could create some solid fabric in between your texture stripes of elongated stitches. Then I showed you to compare the Tunisian double crochet. We did a Tunisian treble crochet, and you can see that that has some more interesting elements to it. You get the solid look from the double crochet portion of it, and then the treble crochet portion ends up giving you the elongated loop, whereas in the double crochet it's like you got a single crochet solid and that loop from the double. So whatever size stitch you're doing, you get the size shorter than it for the solid part, and then the extra loop ends up being the full size. So for example, for double crochet, we got a single and a elongated loop. In treble crochet, we got a double and an elongated loop. I hope that makes sense. And then from there, I showed you how you can mix and match Tunisian with regular crochet. So I went right from Tunisian and did a row of normal single crochet here, not on Tunisian. And then from there I showed you another option that we have in creating elongated texture, and I did long chain spaces along this row, and then in the following row single crocheted into each of those chain spaces to give another type of an elongated stitch. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. It's a little heavier than the other ones, but still it's another option. You know, it's all about having options. When you have enough options, you can make decisions for yourself. So now what I want to show you, and this is the part that sometimes freaks people out, but are you ready for it? For a broomstick, if you want to watch how I set it up, go back and watch the end of yesterday's podcast. What I did was I pulled up a loop with my crochet hook in each stitch across, and as I elongated the loops, I put them on this knitting needle, and that's what's creating these long loops, okay? And now, here's the freaky part that scares people. Whew, we take them right off. Isn't that scary? It's really not scary. It just gives the illusion of being scary. So actually these position themselves for one of the ways that you can do this. You can grab several of them at a time and crochet into them. So, let's do that. You could work 1 to 1. You could work a single crochet into each one across, or if you grab 3 at a time like this, this gives you a whole different texture. Because they position themselves this way, let's just do that. We could always set up another row if we have time, or bring this back tomorrow too. So because I have 3 loops grabbed, I slip stitched into it chain 1, and I'm going to work 1 single crochet for each loop that I grabbed. In order to keep our stitch count even, each one of those loops represents 1 stitch from below. We picked up a loop in each stitch, so each one of these loops represents a stitch. And even though it looks scary for me to drop those loops on the table, as long as I don't move this too much and I sit here and just work into them, there is nothing pulling on those loops to pull them out of place. So if I'm gentle and do this, probably all in one setting would be best. Don't get up and leave in the middle of it, because you never know if someone's going to come by and do something to your work. Whoops, I didn't work into all 3. Here we go. broomstick is another really great way to add that elongated loop look, like in knitted drop stitches in crochet. And you can adjust the size of the elongated loop by what size dowel you elongate your stitches with. So there we go. There's one way to do it where we actually worked into clustered. So whether you used a really big knitting needle, a really small one, or you used any other type of a dowel, it doesn't matter. So there's one way of clustering them. Now you could also do the same thing with working one-to-one, and what I will do is do that tomorrow because we've kind of run out of time now, and that's okay. We can just continue on with the tutorial on this because I think there's lots of great information here and really great contrasts between the knitting and crochet. We are seeing similarities and differences. So the fact that broomstick can actually be done in a variety of ways is just giving you even more options for ways to create that elongated textured look. Does anybody have any questions about that? My hair feels long today. It's always a good day when your hair feels like it's growing, right? Okay, I don't see any questions. If you end up having questions later, pop them in the comments and I'd be happy to help you if I can. If you have requests for new tutorials, requests for patterns, or questions about anything that's existing now, you know you can always ask. If I can help you, I will. So, and when you make comments in the recorded version of the podcast or any of my videos, I get notifications for those as well, and I try really hard to answer all the questions I can. If you have any, let's see, what else? If you are interested in anything that I talked about today, most things are linked in the video description below, and thanks to Judy for posting all the links in the live chat as well. I appreciate that so much. Thanks to all my moderators for always helping out and keeping things nice and smooth running here. So big shout out to everybody that helps. Thank you so much. If you enjoy the podcast, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my videos, please share them with your friends or subscribe to my channel if you want to be first to know when I have something new. Love having all of you here. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.